They had an 8th in there as well with 3 kills. The only real game today to speak to for Oath in terms of having positive signs was the very first game of the day. So it's going to be tough, but they definitely can do it.
Let's see. Now is the moment of truth. Who wins? And can Oath pull it off? Can Ed stay in the game? It's time for our final match of the grand finals, or the weekly finals. Let's go now to Cammy D and Matchroom with the call.
Thank you so much, Toffees, and also thank you to Alienware and Toomey. PGC with me, PGC without you. And all right, guys, it's happening. It's coming down to the last game. Who's going to make it in? This is your chance to show you support and say, hey, look, I called it before it was going to happen. Space Station Gaming, 2 points away from Ints. 3 points away from Danoa. Danoa presently tied with GEX. And Oath that needs to make 11 points to just at least catch up to GEX. This is nuts.
Yeah, this is the real thing. I understand that SSG are looking a little scary at the points, but for them, there is no one who is in position to replace them, because Ents are going to be the team that is going to be in or not. And as the desk said, if Danoa or GEX drop the ball, it could be them out. But it is all on Oath to make that climb in order to push one of those teams out. We're going to be focusing basically on those teams while we can, because everything else is pretty much figured out. As I mentioned before, the teams like AAA and Interforce, they're trying to get as many points as possible to put themselves in a better position for the grand survival, but we know that they're going to the grand survival. Ooh, right. For a circle.
There you go.
Okay.
Not bad.
Interforce and Heroic might not want to commit to this fight because of this circle. It's going to really upset the opportunity that...
And that's all he's got to do. But Paige, he's got himself a toy that could be useful depending on how this push comes in play. He has to have an idea on it. Going for the spray. It does take down Star-Lord. Good spray coming out. Now the push comes around the side. Shotgun blast. 1. Goes for the second. Gets it. Can he get the 4th? No! He goes down, but damn, it was close.
Oh, the pre-fire was there, but do they have time to stabilize Interforce because the rest of Heroic are arriving right now? 2 members in vehicles. The revive should come through on one of them, but they aren't going to have time to heal up while the assault is happening.
Jumps out. Here comes more shotguns. All considered. Pure Boy last one up. Use the DP. Goes for the spread. 1. Tries to get it. Lines it up. Doesn't manage to get the second one. 3 health. Has to go for the reload. It's going to take forever. That's not going to work. Heroic manages to keep it with 2.
Just seeing the reload at that moment, you know, he's thinking exactly what we're all thinking. I'm screwed. I'm dead. But hey,
just lay down.
Might as well. This could be good timing on their own to not only get caught off by Danoa, but also find an opportunity to clean up 2 whole teams and get a bunch of points for themselves.
If they opt into staying, it looks like they're just going to lean into safety and pass it by. This firefight being the perfect distraction for them to move. Danoa, though, needs to make sure that they stay safe on top of this. They want to get points of their own. They don't want to be in a danger position. Soul already has an idea on how the push is going to be coming. Does connect on to Jan. And now we'll have to see, can they manage to defend up? Ming's going to be coming around from the other angle of it. Got the line on the side of it. Goes for the spray, but does manage to hold it. It's going to be HS on the other side. He does go down. Are we going to be able to see them right the ship, though, as HS does sufficient onto it? And no, off on this one, now they're starting to pick the fight with Oath at range. They're just going for points. They don't even know what's going on. Trying to see if they can connect. Not going to be able to get it, as it's going to be gone too far. Uh-oh. There's the Hornet's Nest on the other side. Oath knows that they need points. And like, was that only one person that shot at us?
Wait a second. Wait.
Why would you do that?
Well, no, because they also saw in the kill feed. They saw in the kill feed, knew Happy and Danoa fighting. They knew essentially where that was. They know where these teams loot and drop around. They should be realize that this is Leklo. This is the opportunity for us to overtake them. Talk about dropping the ball. This might be Danoa, but he gets the drop on the kickstart.
What are you doing? What are you doing there, Oath? You commit back into this, leave your player behind, stop right in front of where you were getting shot at, have one of your members go down, and it's all being lost for 1 point. HS now has a little bit of vision. Here's this firefight. This is just a mess. Oh my God, what is even going on with Fury and Team Liquid? There's just everybody running over each other.
We don't really care about that. Leklo right now could be getting confirmed on a second member of Oath. Does finally get taken out by Relo, but at what cost? The lack of commitment one way or the other. This might have been the biggest blunder by Oath. They still have 2 members.
Section to stay out here for as long as they are. You can see Team Liquid not in the happiest of health situations and gonna have to continue to reposition around. And Jayers,
hello?
Still caught up over here, being patient, you know. Just gonna see if he steps into the car. Yeah, go ahead and pick that one up. That's just a freebie off of it. Theo, though, got himself some friends, and he's just feeling good up in this high ground spot. Kaishin, though, not feeling the best as the rest of GEN.G is gonna come in and support the solo forever man inside of PO, and they're just gonna come by. No fear, just spraying as they roll into it. And Kaishin, you got a problem, because now GEN.G knows where your other member is. It looks like they've just decided that they want this house to be theirs.
Oh, Kaishin once again trying to go for a widespread and it's getting punished for it. Landman forced to retreat, trying to group up with Cobra towards the north, who has a Mark 14 for some covering fire. But now GEX are also lighting it up. A full kill onto Dignitas. Not going to be great for them. And now Liquid could also take that opportunity to swing on in. Of course, they're pushing way far to the north. You can see them tangled up with Fury inside way on the north side. But the circle is closing. We have a few more seconds before phase 4 and the mid-game begins.
Fury's got themselves a good defended position on Dignitas, and this could be very, very bad for Dignitas. 3 members up for Fury, and just a car for safety for Dignitas right now. That's not going to be too much over it, but meanwhile, Insight's very far to the north of this and is going to spot out Team Liquid inside their rotation, so really, everything that was going on to the west is going to favor Team Fury, and how they're playing this one right now is, I don't know, Dignitas, Shinboy, he's got some big plays of his own, but it's just too many people.
Ooh,
like, let's be real, he's just got one piece of cover. Molotov's going to connect, he's going to go down. Fury's going to go ahead and clap that one up. Feeling pretty good about it.
Hello? Wait a second, did Insight just 1v4 the entirety of Liquid?
They rolled into that area.
His teammates were holding off Dignitas. What in the world happened over there? Where has this Fury come from? Another great showing by them so far. If they continue to push this, well, we might see them in a much better position come Grand Survival. Because like Dignitas, there's really no chance of them qualifying.
It's the best firefight that they can possibly take to make sure that they're picking up survival points. And the whole time, they have to pray that the duo from GEX on the other side of it. I mean, well, GEX was probably going to be fine. Really, it's just going to be about the game. It's going to be about
overtaken. Oh, it's overtaken Town of Wappa right now. HS against Mad Clan. It's not even GEN.G that's doing the damage right now. EN is going down 2. Tap also gets taken out by Ming. Huge start here. And this is where GEN.G could get a little overreactive. And this is where Lash might try and be able to save his teammate from sure destruction. But he cannot get the knock. Esther is there.
I mean, just well played all around from GEN.G. Getting the shots into range, opening up, then taking the close range fight. That's exactly how you want to do it every single time. Oath doesn't feel good about their position, so going to send it out back into the blue, seeing if they can wrap around. But guess what? Fury just wiped 2 squads in this exact same position. Insight, the man himself, just spelled doom on Team Liquid. Now can he do it yet again to Oath's run and trying to survive here? Gonna be nades coming out from both sides of it. Insight's gonna go ahead and toss one down. It's gonna be Oath doing a little bit of retaliation into it, but here comes Fury, man. They instantly react, shifting into this position. Snaker's gonna take a lot of nade damage, and I mean, the angles, there's a little bit of a rock cover, but there's just too many different ways Fury can take this fight. If we don't see Oath try to reposition or at least be aware of how this is going to go, they're going to be in a lot of trouble now just trying to bend it up. You can see already 1 down. Snakers is just trying to send it. He realizes that they can't play here, but it's going to be New Happy on the other side. He's got to be cautious as every single place that he goes. There's going to be another person. Rimba spots it out, so Oath doesn't make the cut.
Just cannot make it work. As a duo, it was going to be a hard send. And a hard send to Fury was not the way to go. They get caught out, rug torn out from under them, and now top 5 teams. We blinked, and we saw multiple teams die because there was the lack of positions to send it to. These final games, these final moments have all been full of desperation plays because of how few options there were left. And with 21 minutes on the clock, down to 5 teams, 15 members alive, I don't know how to call this one. This is in such a weird game, such a wild game. We're looking at Fury, who have been holding strong. Ghibli still 4 up. GEN.G still 4 up. And then a duo of Kaishin and GEX to remain to fill in the gaps.
GEN.G has such a good rotation point that they can play from right now and have already, again, taken control of about half the circle with the firefights. All the other teams are condensed up against each other, but one of those teams that's caught with a couple of friends pretty close is going to be Ghibli. I have to keep very close eye on how they play this and if they can keep the numbers up. GEN.G, though, just has that hill that's got so much vision on this. I mean, as they're making the approach in, they're just going to be able to spot out so many different members. See, Ghibli, aware of the fact that they have Insight who's close, and Insight's just been killing today. Literally killing everybody around him. Cobra goes down from Flood, but it's going to be PO that picks it up. And now Fury has got to realize the fact that they're going to have a lot of people coming from. I don't know if Flood can condense in to really meet up the rest of the members, and so it could be a 2v4 depending on how this lines in. Insight, though, feels like he might have the angle to work with. He's stepping up into it, but it's going to be GEX at range that sees him. They don't want to take the shots yet. If they take the shots, it's going to be all into Flood to protect the teammates. Circle is going to go right into the center of it, so that hillside's going to be very, very important. Ghibli now probably going to play the opposite side from this, but that could put them in GEN.G's sights. GEX still keeping the eye onto Fury. How are we going to see it go?
Look at the territory that GEN.G are trying to command right now. The fight between GEX and Fury is lighting up. Trade 1 for 1. Flood's been confirmed. And that means that Ghibli can take control of this northern side if they can get the revival
Inonix!
of the spear. But inonix swinging around the side again. This wide spread by GEN.G is just making sure that no team, whether they're fighting each other or not, can make their way into this zone. Ronan does get dropped by Lambu. Fury is only down to one member up. Ghibli find an opportunity to get a center position, but that's because they had to run away from GEN.G.
GEN.G just has an absolute dominant position inside the circle right now. Everybody else is going to be forced into Ghibli's sight lines. SSR had to retreat away, but might be eyeing back into this direction, see if he can go for a res for it. Ghibli has to be very cautious of Insight, who has just been so strong right now. Fury's still sitting on 8 kills. Not going to be enough to get them exactly what they want, but it's at least going to give them a moral victory inside of this position, feeling good, moving into the next stage of what's going to be happening for them. PO, though, rest of GEN.G have had a hell of a weekend. Now, looking to see if they can close it out yet again, pick up another game. Finally, Insight is going to be going down. 7 kills for GEN.G right now, and their eyes are set on the prize as they're looking exactly where Ghibli's going to be positioned at. And the biggest threat that they have to contend with, nades now starting to rain in. There's nowhere for Ghibli to go. That one's going to go a little bit far, but it's going to be GEX back behind it that has vision. After getting the res, Ghibli nowhere to go. Rimba, the last one up, he gets eliminated, and GEN.G with 4 now looking at GEX.
What can GEX do? Can they 2v4? Can they clutch this one out? But GEN.G's spread control does not get punished. They are holding onto it with an iron fist. And with GEX's defensive playstyle coming in as a duo, it's what you expect. But that means that they are now shoved against a wall. GEN.G just a roaming band of raiders waiting for the final few angles, and they know where GEX are. They know exactly where the final team is positioned. They want this final win to remind everyone why they are the team to beat.
Already starting to move into position now. GEN.G knows what to do. Look at that, just lined up right against the wall. There's nowhere to go. It's just a chokehold onto GEX. Xenon down. SSR the last one up. GEN.G, while they didn't start the strongest inside of PGC so far, they're ending it in the way we expect it to. Such dominant plays, great awareness, and just understanding how to win time and time again. SSR disconnected to Esther, but there's no life. Up against the blue zone. The blue zone's going to finish it off, and GEN.G pick up another win.
He denies the point at the end, but you cannot deny GEN.G the win. 10 kills to finish it all off. A bad start, but you cannot discount an ending like this. Week 3 goes to GEN.G.
So strong. That's it. Flex a little bit. You deserve it, GEN.G. You know the fact that they were under pressure given the performance the first couple of weeks, but then they came out this weekend. This is the GEN.G everybody was expected to come in. This is the one that everyone talks about. Every international, the players finally stepping up, getting themselves a guaranteed spot and $30,000.
They were not here week 1. They weren't here week 2, and week 1 was a bit of a disappointment. They win week 3. Let's throw it back to the panel to close this week up and set the stage for the final week of PGC 2021.
Congratulations, a big win for GEN.G yet again. And if there was any question about whether or not these gentlemen are on for